Okay, so sorry, I've just been staring blankly for a second. The stream just cut out, and so I just restarted it. That's all that's going on here. I the Base62 implementation that I found. So what I'm struggling with is I cannot find any reference implementation for Base62, and yeah, that's my biggest struggle. The I looked at a couple of different Base62 implementations, and it turned out that they don't seem to work, or at least I don't have a good sense of how to verify their workingness. Um, and it seems that I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to just test another one. I'm trying to see if I can find any commonality between a few of them to say if I give it some arbitrary sized data, can I count on the same data back? Because the Base62 doesn't go cleanly into it's not a clean. It seems like it should be a clean enough fraction. There should be a way to cleanly define where the. I guess it doesn't go cleanly into a number of bits. So you could have a base 2, or you could have a base 4, or 8, or 16, 32, 64, 128, 255. 255 being just straight up a byte, right? But Base62 doesn't go cleanly into that. So there's some sort of padding or something that's necessary, but I can't quite figure out some sort of agreed upon way that people are doing it. And so now I'm just going to try yet one more possible encoding standard, and we'll see what happens. Whoops. There's I think 2 more that I want to try. Maybe I just need to stop and use my own brain and think about this problem, rather than just expecting to stand on the shoulders of giants. I know that there is a way to arbitrarily convert between bases. I'm not clear that there's a way to arbitrarily convert between bits cleanly in the real world. And there was one implementation I found that sounded so good. Hold on, let me go check out. Sorry, I'm bouncing around a little bit, but Glowfall Base62. I want to see if this is the one where I read. Okay, this supports 2 character sets, GMP style or inverted. The difference between the two is whether the uppercase comes first or last. By default, we prefer GMP style character set. If you want to use the inverted character set, simply do this. Okay. There was one that I was reading that mentioned particularly the efficiency. So encoding Base62 Java. So this one says it's GMP style. So is that true or is that false? Everyone said it was based on this one, but it doesn't really look like it's based on this one. And the reason people like this one is because it lexicographically sorts. Okay. Dang it. I just wish I could find the one. There was one that seemed really, really convincing. Anyway, let me go with what we got here. So what is this? Salt pack. keybase, github.com/keybase/saltpack/whatever. All right, so let's try this out. We're going to import github.com/keybase/saltpack/encoding basex. Basex. And then we're going to take. Let's just see what this ends up with. Hello world. Okay, cannot use hello world. Oh yeah. Right. So source is. Wait, whoops. I do byte. Pass that in. Okay, good. Data. Print line, data. Let's see what we get. Go, run, command, aj.go. Hey, look at that. All right, now I'm feeling good. I've got something that at least gives me the same result as something else. This is the first time two Base62 implementations have given me the same result. So let's try this out a little bit and see. Let's see what all we get. What I want to do here. Yeah, I want to do this. We're going to do for source range some byte sequences. And let's put in here 0, 0, 0, 0, 255, 255, 255, 255. All right, now I'm feeling hopeful. It's a brand new feeling. It's not even a brand new day. Well, technically it is a brand new day. It's 1 a.m. All right, and then this one, I don't need to tell it what it is because it's not a composite type. Okay. All right, and then again, let's go ahead and print out both the Base64 and the Base62 of each of these. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Hold the phone. So this number's been wrong each time. So instead of calling this DST, let's call it B62. And then we need a B64. Because this should not be, so this should be B64. I knew that. I thought it was weird that it was printing out the wrong links on some of those things earlier. But I did investigate it because there were other pressing matters at the time. Like the fact that nothing made sense. Okay, so B62. All right, B64. Oh, this is already encoded string, so we're good. We don't need the additional encoded string. And sure, let's just go ahead and make this thumped instead of log. I like it better. Okay, cool. Let's run it and see what we get, folks. All right. So, this makes a lot of sense. This starts with zeros. This starts with A's. This data makes a little bit more sense to me. All right. Cool beans. So I am going to go document. And let me actually put out what this shows. All right, so now that I've got something that seems to agree with something else, I am going to document it in that issue that I was coming across here. So I would love to see if this seems to be the same. All right, so I wonder if there's a way for me to test that. Okay, which one was this? Was this the PHP one? Yeah, I've got no idea. I'm going to ask maybe if they would mind putting up some reference stuff here. So I'm going to open up an issue here. So this one's the one from the blog post, right? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put here reference implementation. So title is does not agree with BMP GPG no, is it GMP / GNUPG / salt pack Base62. All right, results. Did you see that I actually put JS up here? I should have put Go. There we go. Results. I'm gonna plaster this in many places as possible. I should probably change this up just a touch actually before I put this out. So let's do it this way. Base64. Whoops, not JavaScript. Got to use double quotes. And then we could put the length. Let me do this. We're going to put the string, and then we're going to quote the length. And I believe that becomes a single quote. So Base64 length and no, like this. No, we'll do not like that. We won't quote it. We'll do, what is it, N, F, I don't know. What is integer? Oh, print F. That's what we need. There we go. Let's see. I forget. What is it? It's not I. It's not N. Is it L? Is it D? For double? Decimal. Digit. That's what it is. D for digit. There we go. Okay, so printf Base62 %s %d and then /n at the end. Good. All right, let's try this one more time. Let's run this. Yes. All right, I'm good. This is good. So I think maybe I should put what the inputs are. Not really clear on that. Not going to worry about it. All right. Okay. This Base62 implementation does not seem to match. Is that the right? Is that? Seems to give different output from other implementations. All right, and so what does this one give? Let me go check this one. Oh, you know what I should do? I could probably just change. I can't change all of that actually. Because it's going to fail. Well, let me go back over to, let's see, Base62. Was it Go Base? What was this one? And then I ran the test on it, right? Is that what it did? I just ran Go test. But I'd modified it slightly. So let's say that I just wanted to put in here hello world. Right? Is that that's the example string that I've got? So go test. All right. So let's see what we get here. SGV GQ. No, so this is not the same. What did I do differently moments ago in the salt mabob one? Salt pack, was it? Salt pack command, hello world. Oh, there's no comma. There's no comma. So let's take a look at that one. And I do want to take a look at the other ones as well. So let's do the example that's given in this one's test. I think it was a simple string. I think this was the original. Was that the original? Okay, but what I ought to do, let me go back. Let me go back. Let's go into the salt pack one. And let's look at this. Let's just do this a couple different ways, right? So let's do hello world, hello world. Let's do the hello world in the go way. Because I think let me see here. I want to go to the go. Oh, sorry, I haven't been checking the comments. I've just been, laser focused. What's up, Marcos? All right, I guess it's Marco, right? Marco Salinovich. Good morning to you. Live long and prosper. I agree. All right, so go playground. Yeah, we should put in this one, just like that. That's the go-ish way. Interesting. I wonder what the other one was about with the non-printing characters. But whatever. This is the go-ish, the most go-ish one. So let's run it. Go run. Okay, so now we got that. And again, I'll just copy this here. put this in. Whoops. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to go into the Go Base62 one. I'm going to go into this test. And then I don't know what that is about, that extra exclamation character. We're going to get rid of it. In fact, here's the thing. There are actually multiple ways to encode this. So if you wanted to do a hash of Unicode characters, you actually need to specify, I can't remember what it's called, but you don't have a, there's multiple UTF-8 encodings essentially, because you can use accent marks. You could use a regular letter plus an accent mark character, or you could use the letter that has the accent mark character. So for example, there's the, was it dead Latin keys or whatever I think they call them. They're in the ASCII character set, but then they're also repeated in the Unicode character set by joining the, say, E with diacritics. You can either have an E with diacritics, which is in the ASCII set, I think, or at least some characters like that are, or you can have an E and then have diacritics appended to it. So, kind of a cray-cray thing. All right. All right, so let's just go with this. And I'll go with go test here. And then say, what have we got? For of, is that what we get out of this? No, we do not. Okay. Okay, your results. And then, you know, maybe I want to actually change this a little bit to match the others while we can. And again, this would need to be, we're going to have to call this B62, and we'll have to call this one B64, yada, 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 yada. I could copy it, but I think I'm just, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy it from the one that I just did. I'm going to copy it from right here. Right here. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Log, log, log. Yes? Go test. Okay, and where's DST? Decode B62. Yes, there we go. All right. And then I need to strip up to the whatchamajig. So x.txt here. And then, I don't know, strip up to 1.8, I guess, in all of these. So let's take dot star colon 1.8 space, and just replace it with nothingness. And then cat this to pb copy. Cool. All right, and then is it just a matter of the dictionary? Let's status here, get diff base62. All right, let's just check what dictionary he's using. Looks like I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that all tests are using the dictionary character set. Yeah, so I think it is safe to say, whoops. Uses character set, the GMP character set. All right, I think that's what he's using here. That's what they're using. Just gonna double check on that. Salt pack, ABC. Okay. Boom. Yeah. All right. So this is the same. And I am going to oh wait, this is off. Why is this off? Because these are in the wrong order. Okay, that's okay. That's not a hard problem to fix. There's no problem with integrity in the test. It's just putting these two things in a different order in the way that they were tested. Ah, yes. Okay. This makes a lot more sense. I feel much better about this now. And I found it via the article. All right. I found this via the article. However, this Base62. All right, so glowfall, at least for hello world, is giving us the same thing. So here's a trick. Okay, this is the shining moment. This is put a pin in this moment. Okay, now I have here what appears to be a random string that if I search it is going to show up for numerous implementations, most likely. Okay, so what is this one? Huh? Interesting. Giving me an ultra-wide monitor. Awesome open source. All right. Oh, but this is not the glowfall. Dang it. Oh, sorry. Whoops. So this is not glowfall. It's a different Java implementation, not the glowfall Java implementation. All right, good to know. Any advice for just promoted senior developer from junior on how to start reviewing PRs? Take JavaScript for example. Yes. One, more than one person reviewing. So there's a book called Tribal Leadership, and I think some of the principles apply in general. So it's not just reviewing PRs, it's that you're trying to create team cohesion. So it needs to be not just you and that person, it needs to be one other person. So the way that we're doing it on a 4-man team is that every PR needs at least 2 people. If it's a big PR, then it needs everybody. And so we will tag the people that are most likely to be interested in that PR, either because they have a responsibility for it or because they just have an interest in what goes on in that system. Another thing that I'm going to recommend is to use metrics that are pretty easy to understand. So I'm gonna recommend my. So first of all, I'm gonna recommend again creedsofcraftsmanship.com. Just take a look at this in general for software engineering talks. I don't have anything up there specifically about code. Well, I kind of do. The thing I have on code reviews is Creeds of Craftsmanship, Zen of Python. So let me take you to this. So the Zen of Python, I would call the Zen of programming because. All right, there we go. Let me get back here. So I've got some notes specifically about doing code reviews in terms of using this as a metric for how you're reviewing the code. The first thing is, okay, I need to actually do a little short on this. Hold on. Creeds of Zen of Python for code reviews. I mentioned that in this video. Okay. But the most important thing with a PR is that first, it doesn't break anything. So you need to have some sort of metric by which you gauge, does this break stuff? Because if it breaks stuff, or if it's likely to introduce a bug, that's a needs improvement. The second thing is for every metric you have to have a counter metric. So the first metric is if it breaks anything, that's a fail. Or let's not say a fail, that's a needs improvement. If it doesn't break anything, and there are other code standards that you have that it goes against, I would say, does it fix something? Because if it fixes something, then it's more important to get good code in than it is to be nitpicky about all the little pieces, right? So what I do, if it's depending on whether it's a training type situation or if it's just a review type situation, is I approve pull requests that fix something that don't break something. Now, if the code is ambiguous or it's non-obvious what if it could break something, then that's a needs review. But if I can tell that it fixes something and I can tell that it doesn't break anything, that's an approve with comments. So I might make comments, but they don't have to address those comments in order to get the code through. I would like them to, but I'm not going to stand in the way of them getting the code through if it doesn't break anything and it does fix something. Or if it adds a feature that wasn't there before, that's a feature that's good to get in. So those are the kind of two, the metric and the counter metric that I would use, because you don't want to drag people down in the mire, but you also do want to promote code standards. Now, if you're doing reviews frequently and you leave certain comments, hopefully the things that you're leaving in comments, you can actually get into the code tooling. So for example, the JS Hint, the Prettier RC, the similar tools that you use. If you're not using a JS Hint and a Prettier RC, you're doing it wrong. Maybe you're using an ESLint rather than a JS Hint, but whatever. You need a JS Hint RC, you need a Prettier RC.json. Those files must be in every repository. You cannot adequately review code if those don't exist, because those set the law and those can be agreed upon by the team. I think that Prettier has a lot of great resources about their philosophy. In fact, I believe I put that on Creeds of Craftsmanship. Let me just check that real quick. Creeds of Craftsmanship. I think the Prettier rationale, yeah, right here. So the Prettier rationale is one that I recommend when it comes to code style. So you have to think about, there's a couple of different things that you're trying to get. There's code correctness and there's code style. And forcing things on people is really hard. So you got to find the right balance. But I will say, tend towards correctness in any way that you can, both in logic and in style. Don't, always, rule of thumb, if it sounds cool, don't do it. So anything where somebody says, oh, that's really cool, that's a good sign that that's bad code, because it means that it's something that people say that when it's something that's non-intuitive, that does a little trick that you wouldn't know unless you were, knew the language really well. Anything like that, don't do it unless it's got a comment and it says, we have to do this for this reason. Excellent example. previously, so there's actually two examples that I can come up with. One of which is in the Go code base. So I'm going to do base64. I think this might even still be open. Let me see if it's just right here. Is it right here? Yes. So I'm going to go to this as a perfect example. Was it decode or encode? I think it was encode is what I was looking at. Let's go look at encode. Let's see if we can get this to bring up. Actually, it might have been right here. Was it right here? There was something that was a really non-standard way of doing things. Maybe it wasn't in this code. I think it was in this code. Yes. Okay, so here is a perfect example. Let me see if I can get a... Can I get a permalink to this? Yeah, it looks like I can. Okay, this is a perfect example of, oh, that's cool, but it's not because it's cool, it's because it's actually necessary. There's a little compiler trick here. And it's cool because it's like, oh, that's a neat little compiler trick. But it's not because it's cool that they do it, it's because it's important. And they have a comment, a very articulate comment explaining what needs done. Yes, simple is better than clever. So you can look at the Go Proverbs and the Zen of Python, both of which are creedsofcraftsmanship.com. You can, the poster, I have printable posters. So boom, this is the Zen of Python. You can't really tell, but it is. Okay. Now I can't get it back on the wall. Hold on. Okay. And this is my other one. Here's the Go Proverbs. Printable posters. And they're both 19 stanzas long, and so you can reference them as P1, P19, P12, and so forth. Or G1, G19. But those are, I think those are very, very good things to live by. So that is my answer to that. And I am absolutely 100% clipping this from the stream. Where are we at? Live 38 minutes. I am 100% 38 minutes. Okay. Clipping that because that was a very good question. Thank you. And feel free to ask me a follow-up to that, if you got anything else. Oh, I didn't actually hit enter on the prettier rationale. Okay, so I'm going to actually close out of this now. Base64. Okay, this needs more information. Okay, I'm going to get rid of most of these. This one. Okay, let me just double check that I've got it right about libgmp. GMP lib. Okay. All right. It's a good thing I got that length printing fixed. Okay, I'm so glad that I have a reference implementation now. Okay. It looks like I was mistaken. The GMP, GNUPG, and Salt Stack implementations seem to be the most recognized. Was it called Salt Stack? Salt Pack? Sorry, I need to get this right. The Salt Pack. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let me check this out. All right. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope that that's helpful. All right, what is the issue here? Interesting. Okay. Salt Pack. Got it. Let's see, 32 bytes. All right, where else was I at? I'm trying to find. Okay, that's the same one I already had open. All right, let's see what I can get rid of here. Resize array buffer. I don't care about that. All right, Wikipedia agrees. This. All right, so raw. Let's see what. Dang it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then what? Hello. Right. And then the next one is hello world. Right. And then the next one is would put it maybe like this. All right, so let's see. Could you, let's see, would you mind showing the output you get for these reference inputs? Let's see, what should I say here? Would you mind confirming whether or giving example output for your implementation compared to these references? Yeah. There we go. Let's see about that. I'm playing with WebSockets at the moment. Okay, cool. I highly recommend using in the browser, just using the WebSocket that's there, not putting any layering on top of it. And likewise in Node, just use the WS module. I don't think that there's anything better than that right now. I know a lot of people are attracted to Socket.io for historical reasons, but the reasons that people use it, I don't think any of them are true anymore, unless you happen to be building a demo chat application, in which case it is literally written to build a demo chat application. But I don't think that it's useful in the general case. I think it makes code way overcomplicated. Just going to put that out there because most people, for some reason, gravitate towards Socket.io. Well, not for some reason. It's because there's so much stuff out there about it. Okay, cool. So another one down. All right, so now what else have I got left to figure out? So I'm feeling pretty confident about SaltPack. Feeling pretty darn good about that one. Go Base62 seems to not be great. Lytix, this one was just garbage, complete garbage. Oh, but that was one of the repos that I wanted to go back to because it seemed to not be. Let's see, Lytix. Where do we go here? This seems to be literally not used. Okay, so I'm just going to open up an issue. It's not information theoretically possible. Yep. That is right. Okay, so issues. Can I open an issue? There aren't any open issues. Is not possible to open an issue. Is it possible to open a pull request? Okay, it is read only. Okay, got it. So I love that there are so many forks of this. And by love, I don't mean that I actually love that. Hey, I want to see the forks. What happened to being able to view the forks? Yeah, we used to be able to see forks of things. That was actually kind of nice, but sure. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. But this was the Lytix one, right? Let me see what we got. No chat. I have some UDP packets to parse and send over WS to React Client app. I don't think that... what? You have some UDP packets. You mean you literally are proxying UDP packets? You literally mean actual UDP. As in there's a UDP server, you're accepting packets, you're wrapping them, you're doing something, you're sending it back, and then you're sending UDP again. Because that's cool. That's great. Other than that, UDP and TCP, generally putting UDP over TCP ends up, there can be some problems there, but for your demo purposes, probably won't matter. And when you get to the point where that's a problem, you can easily put TCP over UDP, but you cannot easily put UDP over TCP. You cannot easily wrap UDP within TCP because the network problems occur because of the way that it works out. But you can easily take UDP packets and put TCP packets inside them. So you will eventually run into problems doing that if it scales out. But yeah, you can do that in WebSockets, and the native WebSocket library would probably be best for that. You can probably use the binary protocol, and likewise in Node using the WS library. Perhaps with compression, you might be able to get compression on both of those. Okay, so issues. Tests are failing, things are broken. This is a non-standard Base64 encoding. Better to use the saltpak package, which matches GMP, GNU, PG. Actually, I think I'm just going to comment on this one. Yeah, I doubt this is right. It'll be interesting to see. Ha, 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 that's not going to work. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, I am just going to put this here. And then what am I going to do? Saltpak. I guess I can just cat saltpak command aj pb copy. Well, I can just copy from the other one. And I can link to this as well. That'd probably be the right thing to do. Seems to be correct and agree with other implementations. Okay, yeah, let's take it from there. Okay, so now I'm not gonna have this bite me in the butt anymore. There we go. Oh, whoops, no, let's. This is not Base62. um, does not agree with GMP GNUPG/salt packages. There we go. All right, so for reference, this is what Base62 encoding and decoding should look like. I'll put I believe. I believe this is what Base62 encoding and decoding should look like. All right, great. I generated that using which seems to be correct and agree with other implementations. Well, let's just call this reference strings. And then reference implementation. There we go. Oops. Cool. All right. I'm feeling better by the minute. So I wonder, can I get that GMP? Is there a GMP CLI? GMP Base62 CLI? Because this would be the holy grail is if this matches those. If everything matches there, then I'm 100% sold on this. I wonder if there is... I wonder if there... Do we have here... release? Okay. Let's see. You provide sample output. Which implementations is this compatible with? Basics GMP. Okay, so this might be incompatible. Dang it. So this might actually be different. That's what he's saying. So they're trying to get a few more bits of efficiency. Okay, so we might have two competing standards again. I'm just going down the rabbit hole on this. This is so crazy. Okay, let me check and see what we got over here. F1 game on PS4. Oh, interesting. Ooh, interesting. Way cool. I parsed the data and need to display it live on web app. That is so cool, man. That is so cool. Well, good luck to you with that. That's a fun project. That's a really fun project. All right. Test.sh. That doesn't actually help. Vectors. All right. This is just random garbage. Okay, that looks less like random garbage. Okay, so null, that makes sense. A single letter, sure, that makes sense. The most common letter in the alphabet. All right, so what do we get here? 3 out. Do we have any hello world in here? I wonder if I could compile this. Let's see, makefile, GCC. Let's check it out. Let's see if this works. Did I already make an issue in here? Okay. Let me try doing this. See if we get lucky. Git clone Base62. All right, let's see if I run make. Could I instead? Let's see. How do I start something with Rosetta? I'm gonna open up an instance of. Do I still have? Let's see. Do I still have iTerm? No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy of iTerm real quick, so that I can do this with Rosetta. I can find it real quick. Where's my applications folder? Okay, iTerm in1, iTerm x64. Let's open up iTerm x64. Where did it go? Here it is. All right. Unfortunately, I can't use a different theme for this, but if we do Arch, okay, good. 386 projects root, base62.js, base xgmp, and then what? I think the saltpack one is probably better again. Let's see, can we do make here? Hey, we're able to make. That's awesome. Base62, and then do we have a help maybe? All right. Nope. How about if we do echo hello, and let's just hold the new line. Hello world. Oh, and then pipe that to this. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So let me go back here. Okay, and then I need some files with daggone empty bytes in them. Dang it. Okay, can we do this though? Can we do... Can this work? I think we're getting into some discrepancies. Oh, no. That looks good. That looks good. And I really do think the normal hello world maybe should come first. But whatever. Yeah, let's just move that there. Probably need a bigger file to see. All right, so let's say that I want to... I guess what I should do here is we'll just do write, call this x.js, fs dot write file sync, and then we're going to put in, I'm going to call it 0f.txt, no, .bin, and we're going to give it uint8 array.from. Let's go ahead and put this in like so, like that. And then encoding should be binary. I think that's the default, right? So let fs equals require fs, use strict fs, and then let's go ahead and write F0 as well, and then that will be the one where we do it in this direction. Or actually, can we echo? Can we print F binary? Can we do that? Print F binary. Print F bash binary. I think this will work. How to write binary data in bash. Let's look for print F. Yeah. So maybe we can try just this. Print F. Okay, cool. Okay, so here's what we'll do then. We'll do print F X X X, right? X0 FF X FF X FF X FF. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then to Base62. So let's try that one. I would be so excited if this does match. All right, and then last one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what this is. This could be really good news. That looks really, really weird. Not what I was expecting. Okay. And does it end in MC? Okay. Looks like it's compatible with the SaltPack implementation. All right, let's see here. Bump, 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 bump. Git clone this repo, right? Didn't I just do a git clone? Let me copy that. Boop, bloop, bloop. All right, make. There we are. That seemed to work. Cool. All right, I'm super excited about this. So now we have 3 implementations that appear to agree. So let me mark this down. Let me probably put this over here. Okay. Implementations that agree. So far, these seem to agree. Oh. Okay. Okay, Base62 implementations that do and don't agree. Disagree. So this is good because it's gonna, if I link to issues, then it'll show up in the issues and then it'll all be cross-linking to one another. Okay, so let's close that out. All right. Does not agree with saltpack/GMP. All right, so I'm going to reference this as number 2 there. And then, I don't know if I want to go through that right now. I don't know what this one is. Unknown. This would be a good one to know. Unknown. All right. So this one we can get rid of right now. This one we don't know. This one. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got that one already. I'll sort through some of these at some point. Does not agree with saltpack. There we go. Let's get out of here. Let's see. This one seems to agree. All right, let's get rid of this one. Okay, this one seems to agree. All right, friends, I think I am going to hit the hay very soon. I've done all the research I can this evening, I think. But tomorrow is a new day. Well, a new evening, I suppose. And we'll see. Oh, man. More bots. Fine, I'll block you. Okay, I think I am going to paste this in here. There we go. All right, which implementations, which Base62 implementations is this compatible with? Such as there we go. That's good. All right, let's bring that one together. This one's good. All right, get rid of this one. Oh, bother. Okay. Let me check on this here. It'd be interesting to try maybe a bigger file. Say, for example, I took an image. It'd be interesting to see, or maybe not that, that's too big, but something that's got a little bit more randomness to it. That's a little longer. But it seems for short messages this works. I wonder if I go really short. Let's say, let me just try this real quick. So if I just want, say, the letter A, for example, or the letter E. Comes out as interesting. That's interesting that that would have to be represented. So what if I did 0? Can that be represented as 0? Interesting. Okay. So, all right. What if I do null? So it has to have at least 2 bytes to represent null. That's okay, but what if we compare that to, let's go compare that to the salt pack one. I'm going to be so upset if this doesn't work. But let's say we just compare it to just straight up null. Go run. Okay, cool. And Base64 and Base62, they agree with this. All right, cool beans. And then what if we did, you know, say a bunch of dims? What if we did some number of, some strange number of bytes? What do you get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, some number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, let's say we double it again. Let's say we do this. Is that allowed? Can we do that? Can we be happy with that? We can be happy with that. Okay. All right. Good enough. I feel decently good about that. All right. So yeah, I really do want a table. I want to make a table that has, here's Base62, this and that, with some common things that people are likely to search for and come up against. All right, but anyway, I think I've got enough information here that if I wanted to make a speedier implementation, then maybe the BaseX route wouldn't be the right route to go, but I could maybe model after the Go Base64 implementation, but I really don't care about that. I just care about I care about defining what is the condition of correctness and then getting to that condition of correctness. That's the big thing that, there's not a lot of consensus on out in the wild. Okay, I do want to go back into this JXS KISS one. And let's see. And let's do Base62 test again. Let me go back up to the saltpak command AJ here. And maybe, actually, this is what we ought to do. Well, we'll see. Well, yeah, maybe we could just do this. Oh, what if I just did here, make dir command aj.go. I just paste in all the stuff right here, and then I just say, yeah, we're using this Base62 implementation. What do we got here? Do we have package Base62? Of course we do. All right, so let's say that, this is what we do. We bring this in like so, like that. And then we say Base62 dot how do we do that in the test file? Just look at the test file here. Inc. So we've got an inc, which, do we agree this is not using this standardish way of going about it? Okay, so we've got an inc, and then we've got a dest. All right, so let's go back to this and say, okay, we've got an inc, and then, so this would be Base62, and then we've got a B62 is the dest, B62. And then let's see, how much have I changed of this? Get diff. I added a reverse function and I commented out the reverse function. So get checkout Base62.go. Go run. Okay, and there's probably a way, actually there is a way, there's absolutely a way. Here's what I need to do also. I need to print out raw, and then I forget what it is. Is it V? And then put in source. Yeah. How do I do this? I put in bytes. Like that. Can I do this? But if it's a string, if it can be a string, then I want to have it be a string. So how could I do this? So if, I don't know, what? Because I'm pretty sure if I go like this, I don't think that's going to fly. Let's try it. Yeah. Okay, here's what I do. Is I do if src this is equal to 0x0 or src is equal to 255. Whoops, that should be double equals, of course. Then we do this one, else we do this one, of course. And we could probably change that to be greater than or less than some other thing, but we'll go with it for now. Okay. And you know what? Here's what I should do. I should call this one jxskiss. Yep. And then we just, it was at 1, 2, 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And then we could do salt pack 62. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. SP62. I could bring in the salt pack thing, right? So let me go do that real quick. Let's bring in salt pack again, and then we'll bring in base X. Okay. Yeah, let's call it salt pack. Sure. SP62, SP62. Go mod init. Go mod tidy. There we go. And then let's go run. And then what was my reference over here? Let me make sure I'm using the same thing in both places. Okay. Okay. What am I gonna put this as? Okay. I don't know why I keep on saying okay over and over again. It's become a verbal stutter. Hey everybody, how's it going? For reference, here's the output of this library, JXS KISS, compared to SaltPack, which seems to also be compatible with the GMP Base62, GMP and GNU PG Base62 implementations. And then reference code. So just bump. All right. Go, paste, bum, bum, bum. All right, submit. And I should put this here. Dun, 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 dun. Even when using the same alphabet. I should probably change this back. Hold on. And then I should bring this back over here. And then I can link this here. Get rid of that. Interesting. Ends up being only 16 characters here. Oh, but extra characters there. That is quite interesting. Okay. Okay, I should say not reference implementation, but test reference. Here we go. All right. As you can see, it's not just a matter of the output being reversed, but the bytes, the character sequences are entirely different. Okay. Okay. Something works. This is great. I've got, or at least I've got things that are comparable. There's the one other thing that I would like to compare with would be this one. Let's see. This is Java. Yeah. How do you run this? Is there a way to just run this? Okay. Well, I'm out, y'all. This was good. I think, kind of, sort of. At least that discussion right in the middle about the code stuff, the code review. That was good. I really appreciated that question. For those of you that asked questions and made comments in particular, I'm very grateful. It gets me the opportunity to think about something and respond, and I really appreciate that. Like I said, for those of you that are just stick it in, burning the midnight oil or the morning oil or whatever oil it is with me, thanks for that. Thanks for all the comments and suggestions on different implementations to look at, tooling to use, etc., etc. If you've got any questions, comments, whatever, leave it down below. Subscribe if you want to. Like if you liked it, and share with someone that you like, or thumbs down if you didn't like it, and share with someone that you don't like. And with that, because I can't even think straight anymore, I only had, 3 Mountain Dews today. That's not enough to keep the old noggin burning past 2:21 a.m. Especially not during the winter when it's all wintry and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop off. Yeah. So thank you, and all the things, links and stuff. See you next time. Adios.